Yo, yo, Nation, let's get it, baby.
Yeah, I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters.
I'm from the city of Sac, rapping silver and black. Word of honcho, give me the strap. The realest is back. Stupid chop with some silly attached. Eye for an eye, fuck it man, give me a patch. I'm a Raider, Oakland, LA, Vegas, Jalen, Kenyon, Jacobs, Regis. Man, bruh, dog, we litty. This shine with the speed, Edwards with the 50-50. Yeah, this that I silver in Blackfield. Abram in the box, I'm Merrick in the backfield.
Yo, shout out to the nation, man. Shout out to everybody here already in the building. I see Paul Burton, Richard Lyon, Jacob Cruz, Carlos, my brother Thor is here, man. What is really good? Exacting Ed, Willie Wayne, Thick Frame E, Kenny Raiders. What is good with my family, man? What is popping? Is everything good, you guys? I'm trying something new here today. I just got my Wi-Fi upgraded massively, but I'm using my phone instead of my laptop now because I don't know what's going on. This thing is still tweaking, but we're here, man. Shout out to everybody watching also on Facebook and Twitter. If you guys want to get your comments in, jump over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, man. We are on our way to 17K, and it's all because of you guys. Shout out to everybody. I see Prezi, what's good, nephew? Make it happen is in the building. Bo Frazier, yes. And I'm about to move everything back to the man cave, you guys. So when the season comes around, you will see the backdrop of all, these Raider things that I possess. You already know. Shout out to Brave Raider, Jamal Williams. What is good with all my people, man? A lot going on, a lot of news. I know you guys seen that we just released Dallin Leavitt, safety / special teamer. I'm going to be real with you guys. I kind of been waiting on that. I like Roderick Teamer better than Dallin Leavitt. I like all the guys that we have at safety, to be honest with you, over Dallin Leavitt. He is a pretty good special teams guy, but we saved over $2 million. So we are back at that 2 million or 20 million mark in terms of salary space right now, you guys. So it's lit. We have a lot of money. We're going to talk about that too, Rez. So I see a lot of people talking about Jessie Bates. I see CBS Sports had us rated as a top 10 team, actually a top 5 team to go out and trade for him. I'm going to be real, you guys. Give Jonathan Abram this year. We didn't pick up his 5th-year option. We want to see what, he can do with Patrick Graham. We want to see what Harmon can do. I know he's up there in age. He's about 31, 32, right? The closer. But we have Trayvon Merrick. Like, there's no real reason to go trade for Bates. You guys want to give up 2 first-round picks back-to-back years? We just got rid of one for Devontae Adams. We'd have to get rid of one for Jessie Bates. It just makes no sense. And then in a few years, you're going to have to pay Merrick. I personally think that Merrick is going to be better than Jessie Bates. I know a lot of people are really, really high on him. Last year, he had an up-and-down season, but he definitely turned it up in the playoffs. But I'm not spending that kind of money. We are already low in funds going into next season. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way I'm trading high draft capital and putting that kind of money into a safety when we already have one of the future with Trayvon Merrick. So it just makes no sense at this point with all these guys, right? We have $20 million in cap space, you guys, right? Going into training camp. For those who don't know, the veterans are going to be there today. We are the first NFL team to have 100% attendance at training camp, but we also are one of the only teams to report this early. I believe it's us and the Buffalo Bills, but it's good to know that we are sold on this year on moving forward 100% collectively. That is a good sign that these guys are ready and they're prepared and ready to go. And practice really doesn't happen until tomorrow, you guys. I believe that this is more of a getting a team together. Pretty much it's going to be homework. It's homework season today. You know what I'm saying? Not really too much on-field stuff. It's going to be, I believe, just workouts and playbook. That's what I'm assuming that where we are today. But no, you guys, do not put that much money into the Jessie Bates pot and draft capital. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to building this defense through the draft. We went and got married through the draft. You know what I mean? We went and got Matthew Butler. We went and got Neil Farrell Jr. I'm here to watch these guys. You have to be able to win with cheap rookie contracts on your books. You can't do it when eventually you're paying. Eventually, imagine this, you guys. You get Jessie Bates and you pay Merrick. You're paying about $40 million for 2 safeties. Makes no sense. We have to kill all the Jessie Bates noise. But, you know, with this new regime, I wouldn't be shocked about anything. Zeke knows what he's doing. But me personally, if you had to ask me, I am not putting that much money at the safety position, especially with Mullen on the PUP list. We need to go out and get another corner, whether that is Xavier Rhodes. I know he's up there in age. Joe Hayden's up there in age. I personally would go get Kevin King. He's 27 years old. He's still young. He had a pretty good year or two, I believe, when he first came into the season coming out of Washington College. Yes, you know, last year, the year before, he kind of was exposed. But I would go a cheap option. Bring in the Kevin King. Bring in someone at the corner position because we don't know if Mullen's going to be ready. But, you guys, this was the plan. This new regime knew that Mullen was going to be on the PUP list, knew that Bilal Nichols was going to be on the PUP list, and Jonathan Hankins as well. I'm going to be honest, y'all. Shout out to everybody here in the building, too. I'm going to get your comments up and running here in a second, you guys. JD says, I'll take Xavier Rhodes. I'm not against that. Veteran presence. Bring him in. Hopefully, he can be like a Casey Hayward type guy for Rocket Sin and Anthony Averett. I did tell you guys the other day, I went to a backpack giveaway. Abram was supposed to be there. He had a family emergency. He couldn't make it. But I believe it was Brandon Smith, the corner from the Baltimore Ravens. There was a few offensive linemen from over there. They spoke highly of AA. That's what they called him, Anthony Averett. Because I told those guys, I said, look, I'm very excited about this pickup with Anthony Averett. And they all said, you guys got a dog with him. So I'm excited to see what Anthony Averett and Rocket Sin can do. But with Mullen still on the PUP list, if he does not return, you guys, by August 23rd, he will miss the first 4 weeks of the NFL season. That is very scary. We are very thin already at the corner room with the Meek Robertson and Darius Phillips and our 2 guys, Anthony Averett and Rocket Sin. It's a little scary. We know that Nate Hobbs can play on the outside if necessary, if need be. But I don't want to do that. We need to go get another corner, you guys. We do. We need. I know there's other guys. Was it LeBlanc that's on the roster? I don't trust LeBlanc. You know, he has not done enough in this league for me to know that, you know, moving forward, he can be one of those guys that can potentially replace Mullen. That's not going to happen. We need to go out there and get somebody also in the defensive tackle room. Like if Bilal Nichols and Jonathan Hankins cannot start week 1, we are in trouble. At this point, we are relying heavily on Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell as rookies because, you know, the Peckos of the world, the Andrew Billings of the world, these guys are not going to get the job done. It's just not going to happen. The Vernon Butlers, to me, look, there's a few guys that we can speak about. Training camp is here now, you guys. We know Sue has definitely been an option, but it's been very, very quiet on that front. I know as a veteran with training camp here, I know he wants to find a roster spot immediately. Darius Falone, I love that he is still on Twitter, still on Instagram, screaming at the Raiders to come get him. I'm not against that. Bring Darius Falone in. We know he's coming off of 2 surgeries, but this guy was a lifesaver for us last year. Bring him in. He wants to be here. I trust him more than I trust any other defensive tackle that's not on the PUP list or not a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So go get Falone. Go get Falone. Go get Sue. Go get a corner. We have all this money. We freed up $2 million. I don't know if Dallin Leavitt was a salary cap move because, you know, he was a pretty good special teams guy, but that saved us a couple $1 million. And at that point, you can use that. Imagine this, you guys. You get rid of Dallin Leavitt. You can use that same amount of money to go get Kevin King because he has not lived up to the hype yet. You know what I mean? You can use that $2 million, $2.5 million and go get Kevin King. I think that'll get it done. Maybe you have to somewhere almost double it, maybe, but that's still inexpensive for a young guy that, you know, maybe Patrick Graham can unlock, you know what I mean, some more in his skill set. You know what I'm saying? But keep an eye on Kevin, Kevin King, Oakland guy, born and raised in Oakland, was raised a Raider fan, 27. He has that body that, you know, he's tall, he's lanky. I think we can use him. I think we can actually utilize him. Shout out to Pacey and what's up, my dude? Bye-bye, Leavitt. Now all I need is for Parker to not start at right tackle. Shout out to my dog Pace. I don't think that Parker's going to start at all. I think that the plan is for Alex Leatherwood to start at right tackle. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? I think that it's Leatherwood's job to lose. And I am hoping, you guys, because it sounds as though Denzel Good is probably going to enter the PUP list. They're going to add him to the PUP list as well because he's still not ready to go. I value Denzel Good's versatility, but at the end of the day, if Lester Cotton is really as advertised, like Richie Incognito said, like other guys in the locker room said, if he is really as advertised, we may have a guard of the future with him and Parham. You know what I'm saying? We still got John Simpson on the roster as well. Maybe, just maybe, we can let Denzel Good go. I value the versatility. He is a veteran. He can bring a lot, but it seems as though he's not ready. We can save $4 million, you guys. We can save $4 million letting Denzel Good walk. So keep an eye on Denzel Good here soon. But I hear you, Pace. I'm not a fan of Leavitt, my brother. So it is what it is. Parker has been putting that work in. He has been in the lab cooking. But me personally, I want Brandon Parker as a backup left tackle behind Colton Miller. That's where I got him. Resso, my brother, will be back on soon. I promise you that. Kyle, Tyler Lancaster is very versatile as well. Look, I like Lancaster, but let's be real, Kyle. He's Tyler Lancaster. You know what I mean? If I can, I'm going to get a Sue. I'm going to go get someone else that can get the job done at the defensive tackle position. I'm not sure what Tyler Lancaster actually brings to the table. Yes, he is versatile, but he's Tyler Lancaster. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm very nervous because this is the best duo that we've had at edge in years. And shit, probably fucking shit. What, since Khalil Mack? Wait, is it since the Khalil Mack days? It's got to be, right? Now, shit, it might even be even further back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I do believe that if you go get Sue, that helps everything. That helps this team moving forward. He's a veteran that can still get it done against the run, can still get to the quarterback occasionally. You go get Sue at this point. I don't know if his asking price is just astronomical. You know what I mean? But if we can, you go get Sue and you go get a Kevin King. In a perfect world, you guys, I'm going to get Kevin King and I'm going to get Sue. With that money that we have freed up, save some of it for Waller, spend some of it on Sue. I think $10 million, you get Sue and Kevin King. Then you still have another $10 million to play with Waller's contract. That's what I would personally do. Shout out to my dog Kane Town, man. If Nichols and Hank aren't ready for season opener, would you pay Sue $10 million? No, I'm not paying Sue $10 million at all. At the most, 6 to 8. That's it. 6 to 8 range. That's what I'm doing for Sue. Other than that, kick rocks, bro. Retire or go to the Minnesota Vikings or go to the Cleveland Browns. They have a lot of money over there. They have a lot more money than we do. So, but there's rumors right now that Cleveland would like to bring Sheldon Richardson back into the fold over there in Cleveland. So I don't know if they're going to go, go that route instead of Sue, because I know that Richardson to be cheaper. So shout out to Van City. I'm getting really sick of the Sue talk. It's getting very dry. I hear you, brother. I hear you. He's a very polarizing figure, a very, very polarizing name. He's a future Hall of Famer. I get it. He does use, other teams and other stuff as bargaining chips, but I mean, why not? I mean, it's a business at the end of the day. I'm not done with the whole Sue stuff. If we can get Sue in, bring him in, please. Bring him in, please. Shout out to my brother Walt, man. I haven't seen Walt in the building in a minute. Shout out to my dog Curtis, man. Docs, love your show, King. I appreciate you, my brother. Everybody make sure you wipe them feet. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to become a member, hit the link. It's pinned up top. It's definitely one of the best ways to support the channel. I appreciate you guys. And Oaklosvegas.com for the merch. I hear you, P-Dog. I get it, my brother. Using your favorite team for leverage. Done with that damn mercenary. Would love Darius for loan. I would love to bring them both in, to be honest. I would love to bring them both in. You know what I mean? That's just, But, hey, we need some help in that defensive tackle room right now, man. And hopefully Bilal Nichols is back very, very soon, because I had really high hopes for Bilal Nichols. You know, he's still young. I think he's 25 years old, right? You know, former Chicago Bear. I'm very excited about the addition of him. It just sucks that he's already dealing with an injury. Would you rather get sued for $7 million or for loan for half? Ray, so I'm gonna be honest, and this may not be the popular opinion, but I'm going to get sued. Falone is still coming off of 2 surgeries, you guys. Look, let's think with our minds at this point and not with our hearts, right? We want a guy that wants to be here, right? He wants to be a Raider, yes, but he's also coming off a very, very, very severe injury. Sue has been the most durable player probably in the NFL. He's an Iron Man. You know what I mean? I'm going to get Sue. You know what I mean? I know that Darius Falone wants to be here. But at the end of the day, this is about wins. This is about victories. This is about putting production out there on the field. Who's to say that Darius Falone comes and signs and he's not ready to go? I'm going for Sue 110%. And you guys, it has been very, very quiet. Very quiet with training camp. This new regime has been silently moving under the radar. There's not going to be too much stuff coming out of training camp. I'm going to be totally real with you. A lot of reporters are not even allowed anywhere near, you know what I'm saying, like where they're going to be practicing and stuff like that. So it's been very, very quiet. So we're hoping that we can get some news here soon, but I love it. I said this before, as a content creator, it kind of sucks, but as a Raider fan, as a diehard Raider, I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? Shout to make it happen, man. I appreciate you, King. Thank you so much. Good morning, nation. Wipe them motherfucking feet. Shout out to my dog. Make it happen, man. Appreciate you, King, on the $20. That's love, my brother. Thank you so much. Danae, what's up, King? The best ability is availability. This is facts, Matt, and we do not know. Remember, you guys, Darius Falone already came in for a workout. He came in. I don't know if it was for a workout or if we, checked his medicals, but he's already been in the building, and we allowed him to walk. So remember that. This is not something that we're just bringing to the table of bring Darius Falone back. He's already been in the building with this new regime. So, if they're not ready to bring him in, then I'm not ready to bring him in. Shout out to Marcus, man. What up, Docs, the Raider Content King? Thank you, my brother. Show some love and wipe y'all feet. Hit the bumping on my surround sound while in the shower so I don't miss a damn thing. Raider Nation Colorado chapter. Let's fucking go. Shout out to my dog. I don't know how to feel about my brother listening to me in the shower, but I respect you, King. Shout out to my dog, Marcus, man. I love you, brother. Shout out to Mike Downs, man. Always. Docs, did you see the Raiders were #1 in ticket sales revenue last season? Plus, Counter picks us to be last and Donkeys first. No way. We're used to it. In terms of the #1 ticket sales, you guys, I think we were the most expensive ticket in town last year. So definitely, I think we were going to be #1. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. And that doesn't really move the needle for me. You know what I mean? Yes, it's way different than being in Oakland. You know what I mean? Where we can hardly sell out shit, but it's definitely dope to be #1 in ticket sales. But let's be honest, those shits were very, very expensive. At one point, I found some nosebleed tickets for like $1,000. So if you're paying that, you're definitely probably going to be #1 in ticket sales. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? This year, I believe it's going to come a little bit back down to earth. You don't have to be vaccinated to go into the building. A lot more people are going to be over there, and hopefully those tickets go down in price because they are fucking insane. But yeah, Mike Downs, it's dope to be #1 in something, right? And look, man, the AFC West is very, 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 very tough this upcoming season. Every team in our division can be the #1 team. Every one of them. So, but our Raiders are going to be the #1. That's just what it is. We are winning the AFC West this year, people. We are winning the AFC West this year. Point blank, period, the end. Shout out to my dog. Excited to see how Kuntz and Diablo improve. This is facts, Serge. Shout out to you, my brother. I am very excited about those two players. Very, very, very excited. You guys know, for those who have been following this channel for a while, I'm a very huge fan of Malcolm Kuntz. I was trying to draft him in every mock draft. That's my guy out of Buffalo, and I'm a huge fan of Divine Diablo, our 3rd-round pick out of Virginia Tech. You know what I mean? Love him. So I'm excited about that. Let me see. Bro, the nosebleeds were crazy. All right, let me see. My bad, you guys. The chat, can y'all still see me? We're still good. My laptop is low-key tripping. Let me see. I predict the Donkeys will be last in the AFC West. I'm here for it. As long as the Donkeys, the Chargers, or the Chiefs fall into that category, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. As long as we're nowhere near the bottom, I'm good with it. We need that number one spot in the AFC West. And I'm telling you guys right now, a lot of people aren't talking about this, but week one is definitely going to be a huge, huge game for us moving forward. If you win that game, the confidence is through the roof. You beat a team that are pretty much paper champs year in and year out with the new additions of Khalil Mack now and J.C. Jackson. You beat them week one in L.A., you show the NFL that we are not playing about shit. We have to win week one. We have to win week one. Point blank, period, the end. Docs, you heard about SeatGeek found 212 for Pats versus Raiders. Oh, shit. That's actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. But yes, I do have a SeatGeek account as well, my brother. Shout out to Mike Downs. I love the Raiders, but I can't justify paying $1,000 for nosebleeds. Look, man, I love my Raiders, period. I can't justify paying $1,000 for anything. Like I'm not paying $1,000 for fucking front row seats. You know what I mean? I can't do it. I got a family to provide for. You know what I mean? So I love my team, but the thing I missed about Oakland was, you know what I'm saying, going there and being like, you know what, I got $10, $15, man. I'm going to get me a ticket up top where the Seagulls are probably going to shit on me, but it is what it is. I'm here with my team. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to get a cheap ticket. You're still paying hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. It's insane, man. It's insane. Shout out to Eddie from the Bay, man. What's up, King? I hope you out there on your route right now, man, running around trying to get your real estate cracking, brother. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to my dog Hammer, man, as well, man. My brother's in the building. Mount Shieldmore representative. He says 346 in the chat, 150 likes, wipe them feet. Wipe them. Wipe them. Wipe them feet, y'all. Let me see. I think I missed the super. Shout out to my boy Cali Boy. What's new, man? Buenos dias, bruh. Shout out to my dog, man. We just here talking about finally, football is here, you guys. It is here. Training camp is upon us. We're a few weeks out from our Hall of Fame game. I'm really, really thinking about busting a move up to Ohio, man. I'm really thinking about trying to be up there. It would be really, really dope, to be honest. But I'm in the middle of this move, trying to get to Vegas soon. So I got to kind of, you know, be a little smart with my bread, man. Shout out to my dog, man, Jamal. Raiders tickets are mortgage payments. Facts, brother. Look, man, I have sons that I want to take to games, man, but it's impossible because I got a family of 4, man, and I can't afford to spend $2,000 probably at the bottom. You know what I mean? That's probably the least expensive one. $2,000 to get my family to a game. A little tricky, man. Shout out to my boy Maul, man. Let me see. Are you going to go live? Oh, all of them. We'll be live for every game. So 408, we will be live every game. That's what we do over here at DOX ENT. We do our pre-games over at Raiders Football Talk on my little bro Andy's page, and then we come over here and we live stream for every game. So we will be here every game. And I got to wait on this, but, you know, me, Cody, and Samoan are cooking something up where maybe, just maybe, I'll be spending a lot of time live streaming in Vegas during some home games. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Let me see. Shout out to my brother Thor. I got into 4 games free and 2 for $50. Y'all got to get your Mac game strong. Nah, you know, hey, bro, let's be real, Thor. I've been to like 4 or 5 games ever since we got to Vegas, and luckily, I think the most I paid for one ticket was $200. You know what I'm saying? But most of the games I got in for free. Thank God, because I got the greatest supporters in the world that just usually gives me tickets. And that's so fire, man. Shout out to my boy X. Took me to the game last year, week 17 against the Chargers for us to get into the playoffs. I went out there for the Bears game. Terrible game. Baltimore, week 1, I got free tickets for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm going to be out there, but I'm going to be living in Vegas, man. So at the end of the day, I'm going to be able to take my sons to some games, and that's what I'm excited about. Yeah, Mike Downs, definitely, bro. When I went to that Bears game, that was the game I paid $250 for tickets. No, you know what? No, the Bears game was free. The Baltimore game I paid for. That was the one. Thank God I didn't pay for that Bears game. That shit was terrible. Let me see. Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet. Hit them thumbs up. Q&A, you guys, get them questions in, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, last game of John Gruden's career or coaching career. Last game. I believe it was like 14-9, man. That shit was terrible. When I remember Brian Edwards dropping that clear-cut touchdown, and I knew at that point this shit was over with. I'm telling y'all now, I spoke about this before, but at the beginning of the game, I could see the whole team's energy. I knew their energy levels were down, and I knew. I looked over at, I think my brother Raider Rain was with me at that game, and I said, bro, this might get ugly. This might get spooky. Let me see. The LA Chokers are going to be #1 in available seats this year. I'll tell you when they're not, when we come into town. You know what I mean? Week 1, they're definitely not going to have to worry about them seats getting sold. But moving forward, yeah, definitely Circus. This is facts, my brother. Shout out to Raiders Down Under. Salute, Docs. I'm not worried about Leavitt. Hopefully this means Bryce Cosby. We keep forgetting about our UDFA Bryce Cosby. Or Isaiah Palomalu is looking good in camp. Hopefully, because you know he has the frame. I think he's 6'4", safety out of USC, but he had a down year last year. But let's just be real, USC had a really bad team. I'm just hoping that he can return to that old form of him. I think he was pretty good a few years back. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that he can show up and show out. He has the bloodline for it. I'll tell you that. Shout out to Exact and Ed. This is one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today. What camp battles are you looking forward to? I want to see, with Mullen out, I want to see who wins that cornerback 1 position. Is it Anthony Averett? Is it Rocky Sin? Who wins it? At this point, Mullen's out, you guys. We don't know when he's going to be back. And, you know, every rep counts. This regime is not going to wait on Mullen. I know Mullen is in the building. I know he's doing his homework. He's in his playbooks. I know he's doing his rehab work. But I'm looking at Rocky Sin and Anthony Averett. Who wins that corner 1? Also, you know, how do we? What's up with Abram? Like, what are we doing with Abram? Right? Like, is he going to start at strong safety? Are we going to have Harmon back there with Merrick? What are we doing back there? Next to Merrick, who is it going to be? Is it going to be the closer or is it going to be Abram? How are we going to? Where are we going to put Abram at this point? You know what I'm saying? We know he can't. He's very, very. He's a liability in coverage. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Battle at defensive tackle right now. I want to see the rookie guys. I want to see who goes out there and wants it more out of Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell Jr. I'm really just looking at the defensive side of the ball. With the offense, you guys, I think we're going to be great. I think we're going to be just phenomenal. You know what I mean? Maybe we can look at the third wide receiver spot. I mean, who wins that? Is it Mac Hollins? Is it Keelan Cole? You know what I mean? Is it Demarcus Robinson? Now, we all know that Hunter is going to be #2 in the slot. We all know that Waller's going to eat, that he's going to be one of the guys. Who is going to be one of the guy out of Mac Hollins, Demarcus Robinson, and Keelan Cole, and Tyron Johnson that's going to get those wide receiver 3 reps? You know what I mean? Who's going to be? I think me personally is going to be Keelan Cole. But who's to say that Demarcus Robinson or Mac Hollins doesn't come in and just ball out? I'm here to see that. I think we already know at the running back position what we are doing. I think Josh Jacobs at this point is running back 1. I think we'll be very, very careful with Zeus. He'll get his reps, definitely. But, you know, Kenyon Drake, will he be on the PUP list here soon as well? We know he's still coming off the ankle injury. I know he just had a dope interview that I checked out where he said he's going to be ready for week 1, but he still may enter the PUP list as well because he's still at this point physically unable to perform. So will Brandon Bolden be more than just a running back on third downs? Well, will he get more reps? I want to see where we are with that running back room, but I think we can all agree that at this point, Josh Jacobs is running back 1. You know what I mean? And he's going to be that moving forward. Hopefully Kenyon is running back 2, but he's still, you know, coming off that injury, that broken ankle. So, you know, shout out to Hockey Uncle, starting right tackle. I got Leatherwood, clear cut too. I don't have anyone beating him out at right tackle. I think that Carmen Brasillo is going to, you know, take the training wheels off and say, go out there and ball out. Point blank, period, the end. I think that Alex Leatherwood is going to have a great, great year as well. How about that? Yes, I'm saying that after having a terrible rookie season under Tom Cable, I think that Alex Leatherwood has a phenomenal year under Carmen Brasillo, and I think he starts at right tackle. I want to see also what Bam looks like out there. I think that he'll still make the practice squad, but I want to see what he looks like with the few reps that he gets out there at training camp. You know, I'm hoping that Brandon Parker is that, you know, that guy that just back up for Colton Miller. And if he has to come in for a few snaps here and there, right tackle, cool. I'm excited about Mumford as well. I want to see what Mumford can do. But like I said earlier on in the live, for those who haven't got a chance to check it out, I want to see if the Lester Cotton hype is for real. I want to see what the hype is about with Lester Cotton. Everyone's saying, Richie Incognito, everyone's saying this guy is balling out. I want to see if it's true once those pads come on. So we shall see. I think we've had Lester Cotton on the team since 2018, 2019, right? So maybe he's unlocked this season. We shall see. Black's Mob says, starting secondary will be Merrick, Harmon, Hobbs, Averett, Yasin. That's what I think it will be too. Black's Mob at this point. With Mullen on the PUP list, if he can't return by August 23rd, definitely, I think that's the starting secondary as well. Shout out to the 407 plus people in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys. Wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 17K before the season starts. I would love to try to get to 20K, but that's going to be really, really hard. But hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Jose says, Leatherwood was so slow off the ball last year. I'm just not sure about his ability to keep Carr clean. Hey, man, I agree with you, my brother, but I do think that coaching plays a pivotal role in you know, his abilities. And I think that this year, I do think he's going to be fired, man. I do think he's going to be fired, man. I do. Shout out to Bass, man. Docs, August will be insane. Yes, August 27th, you guys get your tickets now to the Raider Nation Week 0 kickoff party. You guys, for those who haven't seen it yet, we got Warren Sapp, we got me, Samoan, Mal Shillmore, Mitch is going to be out there, Raider Scout's going to be out there, our brother Stuart Schweiger is going to be out there. We got a few other players that we have not put out yet, but some other players will be there soon. We're going to be dropping some more news. And yeah, man, it's going to be phenomenal. August 27th, Adelanto, California, High Desert. They're only $10, you guys. Pull up on us. It's going to be crazy. This is history in the making, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you do not want to miss this. August 27th. Tickets are now available. CanXS.com. Make sure to go check it out. Oh, and you guys, if you guys have not seen it, we're gonna be having some fun the next few days, man. You know what I mean? I got one of my partners that lives in Dallas. You know, I'm not agent, NFL attorney, Jeffrey Simmons. His agent, for those who don't know, Jeffrey Simmons from the Tennessee Titans, defensive tackle, he is fire. I wish that our Raiders would have drafted him. I know Wasted echoes the same sentiment as me. He will be on the show this Saturday, you guys. And the next week, we have Jordan Schultz, NFL insider. He has a podcast with CJ McCollum, the ESPN. This guy's all over the place. One of the GOATs of media. He will be on the show next week as well. So stay tuned for that. We're definitely trying to raise the bar this season. You know what I mean? In terms of content, we're trying to bring on new people that move the needle and for the, you know, people that the nation get excited about. You know what I mean? I love talking with my Raider brothers on YouTube, but we also need to branch out and bring other people's, you know what I mean? Other people to the table and pick their brains about it. But Jordan Schultz, we're definitely going to talk about our Raiders. Period, point blank, the end. So that's what the show is about. Period, point blank, the end. It's going to be Raider related, so stay tuned for that. What we spent $4 million. I know. Wait. What we spent $4 million on. I didn't go all to Isaiah Zuber. No, bro. Bro, Isaiah Zuber won't get nowhere near $4 million. That guy is a camp body, man. This guy was a USFL guy, and I know he led, you know, the league in touchdowns with 5. This guy is a camp body, man. But he's not the $4 million jersey boy. No, that's not going nowhere near him. Let me see. Hammer says presser in less than 30, big bro. Renfro, Crosby, Perryman, and Simpson. I may have to set up another live. To be honest, I may have to set up another live for that. I think I might have to do that, and we'll just watch the presser, you know, being together. What y'all think about that? I think I might have to do that. Let me see. Vegas Raiders, what's good, my brother? I'm back. Talk that shit, man. Talk that shit. Rob says, Doc on Leatherwood if you with me. Yeah, man. Shout out to the 400 people in the building, man. Docs, we went from 21.5 million to 17.5 million yesterday. What happened to the $4 million? I was still trying to figure that out as well. I know that, you know what? Let me see. I want to see if I can find something on my computer real quick, because I was a little confused by that too, Van City. I was looking like, how the hell did we go from 21 million to 17? I don't know. I don't know if maybe one of these guys, a few of these guys, if Kenny Moore, not Kenny Moore, but if Kenny's contract went through, I don't know. I don't know where that money came from. Let me see. Good morning, Docs. How about our three horsemen of the apocalypse? Adams, Renfro, Waller. How do you guard them? Simple answer, my brother. You can't. The end. You know what I mean? With Leavitt released, it'll be at 19.5. Yeah, we'll be around $20 million again. I really don't know how that figure, how it went from 21 million to 17. That was really weird to me too, Van City. And I was definitely trying to do my homework before, and I couldn't find it. I'm gonna have to reach out to Scout. I know Scout might know. Shout out to my dog, Vegas Raiders, man. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, King. Shout out to my dog, Vegas Raiders, man. Welcome to the membership family, King. And we are bringing back the fan show this season, you guys, for members only. So stay tuned, man. Any members, we will definitely be doing members only live streams for the fan shows, man. Shout out to my dog. If you guys want to become a member, hit the link up top. Shout out to Naaman, man. Docs, which rookie do you think can still surprise us and give the Raiders a solid piece this season? I mean, I'm trying to think. Would it be a surprise to see Dallin Parham ball out at guard for us? I think personally it's going to be Dallin Parham or Matthew Butler. I'm really high on him, man. I think that Butler's going to be a guy that's going to be able to get to the quarterback and play the run. Neil Farrell, we know that's going to be like he got that nose tackle build. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be that guy that's going to really get you a lot of sacks, but he'll definitely, plug up the middle. But Matthew Butler and Dallin Parham are the two guys I'm most excited about. You know what I mean? I'm definitely excited about those guys. Parham will start from day one, I think. And Matthew Butler can be a surprise starter on the defensive line as well. I don't know why we went back out and signed Jonathan Hankins. Like, I just don't. Coming off those injuries, I don't know. I know Patrick Graham had him with the Giants, and he played really well with him, but that was years ago. I really do not understand why we keep putting our eggs in that Jonathan Hankins basket. You know what I'm saying? I really don't get it. I really don't. Max, I'm not against that. I'm not against Zeus. I hope that Zeus balls out. But this is a contract year for Josh Jacobs. You know what I mean? This is a contract year for Kenyon Drake. So I'm pumping the brakes on the expectations for Zeus. I think that Zeus will be a monster for us the next season. I think this year we get as much as we can out of Kenyon Drake, you know what I mean, and Josh Jacobs before they move on and find other teams. You know what I mean? I get it, Nick. I understand that, but like the injuries are piling up, and at his age, I don't understand why we brought him back. He's cheap and a run stopper, yeah. But Kenny, but look, I mean, is he going to be on the field this season? I don't know, man. When we first brought him in as a free agent, I was all for it. You know what I mean? Because he was still productive. You know what I mean? He can put here and there, get to the quarterback once in a blue moon, but it was a really good run stopper. But at this point, man, I don't know what Hankins really brings to the table. When you get up there in age and you have back issues, that's really, really, really tough to you know what I mean? I'm 38 and I got 3 herniated discs and a bulging disc in my back, and there's a lot of shit that I can't do. You know what I mean? This guy's a football player. He played football his entire life. You know what I mean? And he's much heavier than me. So for him to be at that and have those kind of injuries, I don't know. Shout to Ryan, man. Yes, all our running backs are going to eat facts. I'm hoping, man, that not this upcoming season, but the following season, I hope that Sincere McCormick, Zeus, and Britton Brown create a 3-headed monster. I really hope that these 3 young guys can create a 3-headed monster at the running back position moving forward, because I believe in all of them. I like Britton Brown's game. out of UCLA, and Sincere McCormick. I've been high on him forever. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that these guys will be monsters for us. Drake will be here next year. We owe him $3.3 million next year. You mean this season, Gary, right? You mean this upcoming season? Because he only signed on a 2-year deal. He'll be a free agent next season. He'll be here this year, but not next season. Yeah, man. Zeus won't be denied physical, getting tough yardage, burst and speed. Definitely. Yeah, I agree. I can't wait to Sincere. Love his game. Me too, man. I'm a huge fan of Sincere McCormick. Actually, you know what? The quality look a lot better right here. I might have to start using my phone moving forward. I actually like this. Take it back in the man cave and get them lights in there and get right. I got to get back to – you know what's funny, y'all? When I'm in the man cave and I got all my Raiders shit behind me, I feed off that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when I do live shows in my room, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, it's cool in here because there's a heat wave going through Texas that's crazy. It's 110 degrees yesterday and today. You know what I mean? So I can hold off on going back into the garage, but I definitely feed off that energy with all my memorabilia behind me, man. You know what I mean? You know what? I might just go get my green screen and put it behind me in the room. I think I'm going to do that. Training camp. Hammer, appreciate you, brother. Training camp and preseason is going to tell us a lot, especially since we have 4 of them this year. Talk that shit, my brother. Let me see. We put it back on injured reserve already to save him for next year. Well, the thing was this. I jumped the gun on that too because I thought that was such a New England Patriots move, right? To kind of red shirt, you know, a rookie and put him away, stash him away so nobody can get him. Sincere actually had surgery. So he actually did have something he needed to clean up. So he will be ready next year. Shout out to Kyle, man. Docs that had his fresh camouflage style. Yeah, man. I got the Super Bowl joint on the side. Let me see. Oh, yes, SVT. We're dedicating a whole – I can't wait for the man cave in the new house in Vegas because it's going to be in the house, not in the garage, in the house. You know what I mean? And I finally get to dedicate a few rooms or one big space in Las Vegas to my man cave. I'm excited. I can't wait. Raiders going live, brother. I'm around for Maxx Crosby, Denzel Perryman, and John Simpson. I will be over there as well, my brother. You know what? I can't actually bring the presser up on here because I can't screenshot. Yeah, it sucks. Well, I'll figure it out. Let me see. Oh, actually, you know what? I can play the sound from my computer. I'm tripping. Okay, this release got to be for Sue or another DT, bro. I'm hoping, man. But I'm going to be honest, man. Like, you know, at this point, I don't even know if Sue's really, you know, an option at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong. He is an option because he's a free agent and he fills a position of need. But I just don't know. It's been really, really quiet on the Sue front as of late. Garage hotter than shit, bro. It's crazy in there. I took a business call in there last night and I couldn't even breathe. Shout out to RK Raider Wade, man, my dog. Appreciate you, my brother. Eddie, having 2 D linemen on the PUP list can be a blessing in disguise. So I'm assuming you mean that because of our 2 young guys, right? In a perfect world, let's just be honest, in a perfect world, it would be great to see in that 4-3, you know, let me ask you guys this. In that 4-3, right, that 4-3 front, at this point, with Bilal Nichols out, Hankins out, who are your 4 guys? Let me ask you that. Is Klee in the interior in your 4-3 front on the defensive line at this point? What are we doing? Is it Maxx over here, Chandler Jones over here? What if Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell? What if those 2 rookies is that what you mean, Eddie? Is it a blessing in disguise that maybe, just maybe, these rookies can step in and play from year 1? Is that what it is? Or is it a blessing in disguise that because we can go out and get a Sue or someone of that nature? Let me know what you're talking about, brother. Nichols and Farrell, but Raider Paul, my brother, Nichols is on the PUP list. You know what I'm saying? He's on the PUP list. So at this point, do you play Klee on the inside with Neil Farrell maybe? You know what I mean? plugging up the middle. Like what do we do at this point in that 4-3 front? Not that 3-4, but that 4-3 front. Shout out to Maxx. With Mullen on the pup list, Anthony Averett is cornerback 1. Maxx, I'm going to say this. Anthony Averett has only 1 season under his belt as a starter, and he was thrusted into that role because of injuries around him on his team. Baltimore dealt with a lot of injuries. Rock Ya-Sin at this point is my cornerback 1. He's my cornerback 1. He's been a starter for Indianapolis, I believe, since he's came into the league. You know what I'm saying? So he has to be our starter. We traded Yannick for him. I think we have a lot invested in Rock Ya-Sin. I think Rock Ya-Sin at this point is our corner 1. And I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But if moving forward, if Mullen is not ready to go, I think Anthony Averett's corner 2, Rock Ya-Sin is corner 1. Let me see. Farrell Jr. and Butler. Okay, Kyle, talk that shit. 2 rookies inside. Hey, I'm not against it. Hammer says Jones, Cleve, Farrell, and Maxx. Oh, you mean both the Farrells. So you mean Hammer. The way you worded that, my brother, you literally used the dog shit out of me. I know what you meant. You meant Maxx on the left side, Cleveland Farrell, and then Neil Farrell at the nose tackle position with Chandler Jones on the outside. I assume that's what you meant, right? Bro, I think Rock Ya-Sin is going to be a huge breakout. He's going to be a top 10 corner by the end of the season. I hope, man. I hope. He was a top 5 guy in that system that he played in last year in Indianapolis. So I'm assuming, that Patrick Graham's going to unlock even more potential. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. I am here for Rock Ya-Sin. I think I'm going to get a Rock Ya-Sin jersey, man. I think that might be the next guy. I still got to get my white Renfro jersey, though. But I think I'm going to get me a Rock Ya-Sin joint. Don't sleep on Tyler Lancaster. J-Ro, I know, brother. Former Green Bay Packer. Like we spoke on his versatility earlier on in the show. Me personally, bro, like I said, he's Tyler Lancaster. I don't know, bro. I don't know. We shall see, though. Maxx, I agree, brother. People thought I was tripping when I said that Merrick's going to take that next step. I'm working on getting Merrick on the show too. I'm putting that into the universe right now, you guys. I'm going to have Trayvon Merrick on the show, and when I do, I want y'all to remember this when I said it. Trayvon Merrick is going to be on the show. Shout out to my dog Trayvon Merrick. He follows me on IG. I seen him in the stories the other day, and I was like, you know what? I need to reach out to my guy. Shout out to Merrick, a really, 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 really good guy, man. Really good kid. LV, it's all good, brother. It's all good. It's all good. We take this year in and year out, man. It is what it is, And I get it, though. You know what I'm saying? We got better, a lot better, but our division got a lot better. So that's where a lot of the disrespect is from. You know what I mean? If all those teams in our division kind of stayed where they were last year, let's be honest. A lot of people are not realizing Kansas City's draft class is very, very underrated. Leo Chanel, Sky Moore, these guys went and had who else? They got Trent McDuffie, right? Out of Washington. They had a really, really sneaky draft. So, the Chargers went and did their thing. Oh, did it come on? Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. And let me know if you guys can hear it. Hold on real quick. Let me see something. But our division is tough. CBS Sports puts the Raiders as the top 5 candidate to hire former Saints as our head coach. What the fuck? Motherfuckers be high, man. They be bored. Like, we just brought in Josh McDaniels. Like, how the fuck? And remember, you guys, we tried to hire Sean Payton years ago. And someone, and I'm not going to say his name, told him not to take the job. So, you had your chance, brother. You had your chance, brother. Definitely. Shout out to Kyle. Next jersey I'm picking up is a Chandler Jones, Ryan. I like that. I don't know what is going on with my internet, y'all, my computer. This shit is tweaking. All right, let me see if I can turn it back on. All right, boom. Let's see what happens. Okay, I got it, y'all. I got it. Well, I'm all for going out and get Dante Hightower. I'm all for it, my brother. All for it. All right, let me see if you guys can hear this real quick. The presser is on, you guys. It is on. Tell me if y'all can hear this real quick. Let's watch this together. Let me see. All right.
One of the training camp, how have you all as offensive line collectively adjusted to teaching the common Drusilla for you, at least your first offensive line coach changed?
I think it's going pretty good. We progressing like very well, way better than I expected my progress. But like I said earlier, like the teaching aspect is like the
John Simpson, you guys.
I think they're doing a really good job at teaching us and slowing things down for like guys like me and then like other guys too. So that's the biggest thing is just making sure everyone's on the same page.
John, you've mentioned Richie and Colton helping you. So have you reached out? Have you been helping Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan's he's a good little rookie.
A good little rookie.
He's got a lot of upside, man. He's a
good little rookie.
He's a good dude. He's super quiet. He don't talk a lot. But I do everything I can to try to help him to be the best player he can be. It's competition, but still he's still like a brother to me. Everybody that I play with is like my brother. So it's all love when it comes down to that. And if he needs help, I'll be there to help him.
You've spoken highly about the new offensive line coaches you're working with. You also mentioned Tom Cable, how much you like working with him last year. What's the biggest difference between the two staffs? What have you noticed they do differently?
I mean, Coach Cable he's like an older guy. He has a lot of wisdom and stuff like that. And Coach Carm, he's like not young, but he's like a younger coach in the NFL. So I think that might be the biggest thing. But like as far as coaching, it's like coaching is coaching. You know what I'm saying? They're both really great at what they do. So and that's why they are in the NFL. So
how much of a benefit is it that there is familiarity now with you and Andre and Colton?
Mm-hmm.
John Simpson, the strongest offensive lineman we have, you guys.
Got last year compared to where you were this time last year.
Yeah, I feel like last year helped all of us out a whole lot. Starting from where I started at and to now, I feel like I've gotten so much better, and I feel like I can improve so much more. I feel like it's just the beginning. I played all last year, but like I feel like I still got way more to prove to myself and and to my family and everybody else like that. So I feel like everything that we went through last year, as a collective offensive line, that just helped us be better, and it's going to help us be better next year.
Coming back into that, when do you think the game started to slow down to you just in the NFL just last year becoming a full-time starter?
I'd say like mid-season almost. It was like a light just flashed. It was just like, it wasn't perfect, but I got better progressively. And I think, like I said just now, I feel like there's always times I can get better and stuff like that. And I'm never going to quit, like, trying to work hard and try to be my best that I can possibly be. So,
John, you come from a winning tradition, obviously, in college. And you guys made the playoffs last season. What's that hunger in your belly like to get back to that and go even farther this upcoming year?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like you said, coming from Clemson, to the Raiders, it's just like you want to win. You got to win, and that's how I am as a person. I just love winning. I hate losing. And going to the playoffs and losing in the first round, it sucked. You know what I'm saying? And that does give me hunger and makes me want it more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think just knowing going into it and wanting that to be my thing and my motivation to the guys around me, like, hey, look, we've been there last year, but we didn't get where we wanted to go. There's always more. There's always more. And you can always ask for more from the people around you. So.
William and Chris.
John, I had a chance to talk to Sandra last night, Sandra Douglas Morgan and Darren, and they said that the energy and the electricity is just a buzz. Sandra was really amazed by it just in the 2 weeks she's been in here, and starting with the different components of the business side, and then once the rookies reported, it's just the energy's different. What's how have you seen?
I love hearing that shit,
so
man.
far this few days.
It's definitely like high energy everywhere we go in this building. We try to keep it that way. It's just like the culture that we're trying to implement into this program, and that's a test to the coaches. Everybody that works here, they all do a great job at keeping us, motivated to be our absolute best.
last year's coaching staff was last year's coaching staff, but I hear a lot through the OTAs and so forth that there's a lot more accountability, it seems like. I hear that word a lot. Can you talk about that, accountability with the staff?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of accountability, and I think that's a great thing because, like he said, he mentioned earlier, I went to Clemson, and it was nothing but accountability. So I think accountability is like the key to a great program. So.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Like it. So we got John Simpson out the way, you guys. I think it's funny, man. The chat in the chat, man, these people stay talking shit. It's crazy. Shout out to Fupa, man. What's good, my guy? Dude said, Docs, I unsubbed, bro. It became more about you and less about the Raiders. Put your ego in check. You should be a Raider fan first, then a content creator like Samoan Raider. 2 cents. Deal with it. Motherfuckers is weirdos, man. Shout out to Ralph, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Shout to you on the super. My guy. Appreciate you, my brother. As always, King. That shit is Comedy Central, man. It became more about you than the Raiders. You mean this? You mean this? You mean this? You mean even this old ass one right here? Can't make everybody happy, man. So I'm assuming we got John Simpson, Denzel Perryman next, you guys. Is it Beanie Man? Is it Beanie Man time? I'm never gonna recover from it, bro. That one really hurt me, Tane Town, for real, bro. That one really hurt me, bro. I'm really thinking about deleting my page now.
Going into year 4.
Maxx Crosby, baby.
Organization, the talent level in that room is much higher than it was when you first got here. Do you feel a different buzz about this team with the expectations, especially coming off the playoff appearance last year?
The thing I've learned in this league is never get too high and never too low. We have obviously a ton of great talent on both sides of the ball, but at the end of the day, it's a one day at a time approach. We got a ton of work to do. Last year was last year, next year is next year, but we got to stay in the present and just get better one day at a time.
That's what are your first impressions, working with defensive line coach Frank O'Camp so
far? He's been awesome. It's cool. We have a good collective, with Frank and Robbo and Matt Edwards. We have a big group and everybody's working together to achieve a similar goal. We want to be the best. And we're working to be there every single day.
I think last year when you made the Pro Bowl, you made some comment like you weren't even sure if you should expect it because you only had 8 sacks or something like that. I think we've moved past the point where we know that sacks aren't the be-all, end-all to show what a great year you had. But does that mean something to you? Do you want to have a bit bigger sack total going forward?
That doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, it's what you put on film. When you turn on the film, nothing you can't hide. That just shows who the best is and who isn't. So at the end of the day, regardless of my numbers, it doesn't matter to me. I just got to make as much. I know what it looks like and what it doesn't look like. And Coach Marinelli used to tell me that all the time.
That neck tat is fire too.
You can have 0 sacks, but your film is what's going to stand out, and that's what the coaches will realize. That's what the players will realize, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So opinions are opinions and all that, but it's all about the film to me. So no matter what it is, I just got to be at my best every single play.
Max, this staff does a lot of teaching in the classroom. They're big on that. Are you enjoying that a little bit more, getting more in the classroom time?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Every coach is different. Everybody has their own approaches all the way from high school to now. Every coach has a different philosophy, but it's all football at the end of the day. So I enjoy it. We have a great group. Our room alone, we just have a great energy in there. Rob Ryan's in there cracking jokes and also is a great teacher at the same time. And you got to have both. You got to have fun with it. At the end of the day, it's a game.
Raider Rich, I appreciate you, brother.
Man. We spend hours and hours every single day. So you just got to keep learning and get better.
Last year, you and Unique pushed each other back and forth all season long. How do you anticipate you and Chandler doing the same thing?
Yeah, last year, coming to the camp, it was a little bit different. Me and Jan had a great connection. And this year it's the same thing. Me and Chandler, we have an awesome connection. I've known him for years, so
Fire.
I'm super excited. This offseason being with him was incredible. I try to push him every day. He tries to push me. So we just look forward to doing that every single day. No matter what, just finding new things to get better at, and keep picking each other's brains and lift up everybody around us.
Max, since
Talk
this
that
team
shit,
made
Max.
the playoffs last year, there's been a lot of expectations. New coach, big ticket players brought in like Chandler Jones and Davante Adams. How is the locker room handling the expectations and kind of raising the bar as this year looms ahead?
At the end of the day, all that stuff is great. Davante is incredible. He's a great teammate, great player. Chandler, all these guys is all the same, but it doesn't matter. Preseason hype is preseason hype. There's always going to be teams that get hyped up and things like that. But for us, we got to show up and do the groundwork. We got to do the footwork every single day, or we're not going to get to where we want to be. So,
Talk, Max.
at the end of the day, we're just trying to work to get better as a collective. I think we have the people to do it. We have great coaches, great players. We just got to keep working to get better as a unit every single day.
At this stage of your career, are there still nerves and anxiousness and excitement on the eve of training camp?
Oh, of course. Last night I'm watching Last Dance like I did last year before camp and the year before. It's the same thing. So, try to get my mind to a different place, because once you start training camp, it's you got to be in a different place mentally. It's here now. So it's super exciting. Every single year it's always a new challenge, new goals, new things going on, but it's football at the end of the day. So, there's nothing more I'd rather be doing on earth. So we're fired up.
One thing you hear,
Max is fire.
one thing you hear about this staff, it seems like all through OTAs and so forth, was the word accountability. You talk about the accountability and maybe an example of how important that is to this team.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, there's a standard, and that starts, with your individual group, the defense as a whole, the offense, everything. So being accountable for your group, there's got to be people who set the standard every single day. And, personally, I try to be one of those guys that, all right, if we're running, we're doing conditioning tests, we're doing, whatever, I'm always try to max out in everything I do and try to elevate everybody around me. And we got to have a bunch of guys that do the same, and I feel like we do. Chandler's another guy like that. He's 32 years old. He was here at every single OTA, and you don't see that. You don't see that often, and that's rare. Davante Adams, same thing. He was here all offseason. The dude is the best receiver in football.
We really have Davante Adams, y'all.
Derek Carr, same thing.
Fuck.
Dude's going into year 9.
That's crazy.
He's here every single day. So, yeah, we have great leadership on this team. We have a ton of guys that have done it at a high level. And the more people we get like that, the more leaders that come into it. Nate Hobbs, a guy who's been, working his tail off and getting better every single day. That's going to attribute, to getting this team better. And I think we're definitely going in the right direction.
Actually, you mentioned off-season. Did you have an off-season? So you're working with
He said, did you have an off-season?
Yes, or Shemaya, please go with.
I love it. I'll answer your first one first. I always take a little break after the season. Obviously it's a ton that goes into this. But 11 months out of the 12, I'm training and in football mode. So I have a teammate, Duran, he was telling me about it. I'm asking him, like, how does Brady work, and what are the things he does that's been able to do it for so long? And he said,
I love that he asked those
Brady,
questions.
when he first got to New England, Brady told him there's no such thing as the off season. So for me, that's kind of been my approach, is just
Fire.
No matter what, even if I'm not, after the Bengals game, I still, for me, it was like, okay, there's a lot of guys that go on vacation for a month and eat whatever, and then you have to cut weight and do that. Like, for me, I was still doing my normal routine, still meal prepping, still doing that, because that's what the great ones do. So for me, if I do that and show the younger guys that I'm doing this, and if I can do it, and, I've had success, I've got a second deal and things like that. If I can show a guy who's in his first or second year, like, this is what it's supposed to be like, and inspire others to do it, I feel like it's going to help the team. So to answer your question, I don't really think there's an off season when, you're trying to be the best of what you do. And then second, you already know the answer. Nate Diaz all day, baby.
Talk that Stockton shit, that NorCal shit.
Work into your routine. How does that help?
Facts,
is
Omar.
there some transition or ways that, as a defensive lineman, you could utilize some of those skills?
Yeah, this offseason, this is the first time, like, I really, it was mostly boxing. You know, I've worked boxing all off season and implemented that into my training. You know, I felt like last off season was really good for me, but there was certain things I wanted to take to another level, like just simple as getting up earlier and being here earlier. And then on off days, not just getting in the tubs and then going home. I'm going to do boxing. I'm going to do some core and just add little things into my routine. And that's what I've been doing. And I think boxing, you know, is incredible, you know, when it comes to timing, speed, conditioning, all those things, movement. And, you know, I feel like that's definitely going to help, you know, going into this season.
Max, I know you worked with Eric over at Extreme Couture MMA.
Yeah.
Showing working pads and things like that.
I'm about to
Has
do some boxing
training, the
classes
MMA
too,
training
man.
at all kind of inspired you to do more like that during the off season to kind of prepare yourself?
Yeah, you know, I know Eric, I know the guys at Syndicate and all them, you know, all just being in the gym, seeing those guys, like last offseason, I got to see Strickland and him, like those guys spar and everything like that, just like being in that presence. Like, I know, I feel like I'm, you know, a hard worker and everything like that, but you go in there and watch these guys train, like, it's different. You know, they push themselves every single day. So, like, that inspires me. Just being around them and seeing how they work, you know, makes me try to, pick up my level of intensity and pick up my training. So I know there's always more you can do, and that's always going to be my approach. It's another, you know, Rod Marinelli thing. He's just like, improve, and there's more. Like, even when things are going good, things are going bad, there's always more you can do. So that's kind of my approach. So seeing those MMA guys, the shit they go through, sorry, excuse my language, the things they go through.
Talk that shit, Max.
The things they go through is incredible.
Literally.
They beat each other up, again, beating up all the time. They have long training camps, and they still are going and working and working and working. So, yeah, I just love, like, that mentality, getting to actually work with them and working with boxers and things like that. I think it's, you know, just as important on the mental side, you know, just putting that into my game, you know, taking me to another, you know, level.
Two more. Okay. I know you're such a student of pass rushing and just your position in general. You said you watched Chandler for years. Now you've seen him up close a little bit. What, like, small detail does he do so well on the field that impresses you that, you know, maybe a more novice might not notice?
I don't even know how to describe it, but Chandler's just the reason why I like even in college, like, I always, you know, people would ask me what pass rushers do you look up to and things. Chandler was one of those guys that I looked up to just because of his, like, unorthodox approach. And, like, seeing it on film is one thing. Then when you see him on the field, just, like, talk about it and explain what he's thinking about when he's, like, moving. And then you see him move, he's so long and bendy, and he's just a different, one-of-a-kind type of rusher and talent. You know, like, being around that, I don't even have to say anything. I just literally sit there and listen, because it's like, it's such a different approach, like the way he thinks about it, but that's what makes him great. And so, you know, just being around him and just soaking up that information is incredible. And, you know, he definitely inspires me every day to have, you know, do the things he's done, win a Super Bowl, 100+ sacks. Like, he sets the standard. He's been doing it for years and years. And he's somebody I definitely look up to, and I can't wait to get out there with him.
Excellent. I know it's still a couple weeks away, but you mentioned after you signed your contract extension, you wanted to be a Hall of Famer. You had a lot of goals in your life.
Yeah.
Went out to the Hall of Fame. What is that going to mean to you to be able to see it, you know, soak it in, and also celebrate Cliff Branch?
Yeah, it's huge. You know, I've never been there before, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Cliff Branch, baby.
And, you know,
one of the
at the end of
goats.
the day, you know, there's no more talking. You know, I just got to go and do what I do on a daily basis, and you know, down the road we could look back and, you know, see where I'm at. But it's definitely a big inspiration. Obviously, Cliff Branch, you know, him being a Hall of Famer, it's incredible. Mark is going to be the one, you know, Mr. Davis is going to be the one introducing and doing the whole, you know, breakdown and everything. So I know he's fired up about that. But it's just going to be a big day for the Raiders, man. We have so many great Hall of Famers, and getting to celebrate Cliff and the Raider organization is going to be a lot of fun.
Love it, man. I love Maxx Crosby's demeanor, man. The man is a workhorse. You know what I mean? Takes everything that he does seriously, right? You want, like, you in life, you always want to get yourself around people like that. He takes his job very serious. He takes his sobriety very serious. He takes his relationships, you know what I mean, outside of football and all that serious. You know what I mean? I know he's going to take fatherhood serious. He has a baby on the way. You know what I mean? Like, one thing about him, man, is we need more Maxx Crosbys in the world, man. Definitely, we need more Maxx Crosbys, man. Dude is a good kid, man, for real. So we got Max, John Simpson out the way. Who we got next, you guys? Is it Hunter or is it Denzel? Let me know in the comment section. Who's next? Who's next? I'm going to assume it's Denzel Perryman, and I think we leave it for the GOAT, Hunter Renfrow, last. That's what I think. Let's see. We shall see. We shall see. But love it, man. Love what John Simpson had to say up to this point about Dylan Parham. Love to see what Maxx Crosby just said in general. I mean, the guy is just always just bigging up everyone around him. I want to see what Hunter Renfrow says. He's a little more soft-spoken, so I want to see where he goes with things. Denzel, that's going to be there we go. Denzel Perryman. Got the beanie on. This is going to be fun, y'all. This is going to be fun.
Is there still nerves and excitement on the eve before a training camp?
Yeah, I'm nervous right now. My heart's still beating. Let me see everybody, get around everybody again, starting all over again. I wouldn't say nervous, but like I said, it's first day of school. First day of school, all over again.
Denzel, these coaches take a real teaching approach to getting a new system and all that. I'm just curious, how much are you as a veteran enjoying that teaching approach?
I'm enjoying it. I mean, every day you learn something new. I'll say that. It's going on year number 8.
You'll call me out.
Been in a couple of defenses. I've been in a defense similar to this one, but like I said, you learn something new. Like I felt like I knew their defense, their whole scheme, but it's all a learning curve for us. And just being a veteran player, just learning with the young guys, all us just learning together is a great thing.
It feels like there's been a lot of high expectations put on the Raiders for this coming season based on making the playoffs last year, having Josh McDaniels as new head coach. How do you feel like the team in the locker room are handling those expectations?
I don't think nobody's paying attention to those expectations. We're just trying to come together and be one football team.
Can you talk a little bit about, because I hear the word accountability.
He's smacking on that gum like shit, like a motherfucker.
Can you talk about the importance of accountability and maybe an example or two that the staff brings and what you guys have in terms of just accountability?
I mean, everybody got to be accountable. It's like 11 players on the field, and if I don't do my job, like I probably mess up the whole defense. So that's where that accountability goes to. Everybody got to be on their job. It's all a new defense for everybody. It's all like a new scheme. So that accountability, like it's on you to learn the defense. Obviously, we're doing it collectively, but like when we're not in the building, like it's on you to know what to do.
Denzel.
A little nervous up here for some reason.
The other night at the softball game.
Oh God.
It looked like you were in the blast, man, and that was cool. I was just wondering, going into training camp and whatnot, having an event like that,
My brother Eddie
there with the Golden Knights and the Raiders, what that meant to you, kind of maybe lightening the load going into practice.
Man, just that softball game, that charity event itself was great. It was good to see, how many people came out to support, not only just the Raiders, but the Knights as well. Just being out there with those guys in general was fun. I need to work on my baseball skills, I can tell you that. So, but, other than that, man, just, getting together, just two teams coming together, for the community was awesome.
He's smacking the hell out that gun.
Contract here going into last year.
I knew it was coming. To answer that question, my agent Ron Butler's handling that. I just want to play football. That's it.
Talk that shit, Perryman.
I was waiting on it.
You did get traded here kind of out of nowhere last year, and you said all year, I don't know Vegas that well. I'm just so focused on practice now.
They asked him about his contract. He said, I want to play football.
Do you feel more tied to Las Vegas now after being here?
Love it.
A little bit. I'm still trying to get my feet wet around here. I got traded here. It was, something unexpected, but it was a blessing in disguise for me. I had my best season last year, and I'm gonna try to pick up on that. But just being here, man, I ain't locked in all the way yet. I'm still trying to, like I said, get my feet wet.
Denzel, last night at the Aces game, Mark Davis, Sandra Douglas Morgan, Darren Waller, all three sort of expressed the same sentiments and using the word energy or excitement as this week is building. You're a veteran of this week. Is it a different kind of energy? Is there a different sort of buzz with the new regime? What's that sort of that template, if you will, of energy and excitement?
I mean, I'm excited just for the season in general. Like I said, it's new everything. New coaches, new staff, new faces in there, new scheme, new year. So energy-wise, I mean, I'm always smiling, high energy. Pretty sure those guys excited, so I think that's where the energy level comes from. I don't know exactly what they said or, what was actually said, but I know as far as, energy goes, that's where I'm at with it. excited for the season, man. Like y'all say, you know, we got a lot of pieces. Y'all expect a lot. Like, just gonna go out there and play.
Yeah. You guys have more?
What's it been like so far working with Antonio Pierce?
It's been great. It's been great. He's a real players coach. And I ain't gonna lie, like, sometimes like when he's talking, he gets into it like he's a player, and it makes me laugh. But like you learn a lot from it. Like, he's very understanding. You know, he played the game. He played the game. He ran the show, and I'm just taking notes.
Good. All right, thank you.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. I love it, man. Perryman never changes, y'all. He is always the same dude. He always is like he is who he is. I love it, man. Like, you get what you get. You know what I mean with him. I love it, man. I love it. Stay hydrated. My man had a wife beater on with a beanie, y'all. That shit is serial killer type vibes. I don't think y'all understand that shit. A wife beater and a beanie. That is serial killer type shit. He may go out there and kill somebody this year, man. Well, someone asked that man what kind of facts. I would never want to play against a motherfucker that has a wife beater on and a beanie on at the same time. That shit would scare the shit out of me. Like, if I was, I'm telling y'all, if I'm a running back, tight end, and a man that I know off the field wears a wife beater with a beanie, I'm running the other way. I'm getting the fuck away from Denzel Perryman. Shout out to Denzel serial killer Perryman. Bro, yes, in that temperature, bro, with the temperature 110, 100 plus. That shit crazy, man. Let's get this last one in, y'all, before we end this live. Hunter Goatfro. Bro, Ash. He definitely has that Black Air Force energy. This is facts. Black Air Force energy. For those who don't know what that means, it's just Denzel Perryman in a nutshell. Hunter Goatfro. Jonathan, I'm telling you, man. Serial killer, man. Ryan says, Doc, you're not getting away from Perryman. He'll get you. Facts. All right, let's get this one last one rolling. You know, they're going to take a little time for the GOAT, Hunter Renfrow. For those who don't know, you guys, we are watching the live presser after our first day of training camp. The veterans are in the building, y'all. So we have Hunter Renfrow, Maxx Crosby, Denzel Perryman, and John Simpson. For those who are just joining the live right now, we already got through John Simpson's, Maxx Crosby, and Denzel Perryman. We're ending it here with Hunter Renfrow. After that, we're going to keep it moving. And you already know what it is, man. But shout out to everybody here in the comment section. I appreciate all you guys, man. We're still going to be here for a few more minutes. But I love every single one of y'all, man. If you guys are not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Also, wipe them feet. That means hit them thumbs up. And if you want to become a member of the channel, hit the link. It's pinned up top. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. And one more time, Oaklosvegas.com for the new merch. You already know. Stay hydrated. Factory. I'm just excited, man. The training camp has started and the Raider Equinox. There we go.
Since the last time we spoke to you, you signed a big extension, got yourself in here for a few more years. And I know you kind of stayed focused in on the football. What was that moment like for you? Not just you, but your family?
Yeah, it was incredible.
Bro, Hunter Renfrow looked like Zelda, y'all. He looked like Link.
A lot of hard work.
I swear to God.
Coming to it, and really it just lets me play here a couple more years with the guys in the locker room. And so it was an honor, and I'm very thankful. And I'm thankful for not only my family, but the people around me and my coaches at Clemson, coaches at Saxon High School, and all the people that were special to me and helped raise me. it was just a great time, but more than anything else, just excited to play for a couple more years for the Raiders.
There were some moves that this organization made that typically teams that want to get to a whole other level make. You bring in guys like Devontae Adams and Chandler Jones. Coming off a playoff season in that locker room, do you guys sense that the expectations are a little bit higher now?
Yeah, I think Dave and Coach McDaniels did a good job of bringing in talent, making a commitment to us. We as a team have to reward them by giving the same commitment every day, getting better every single day. And so, every single season, it's so fun because you have new expectations and you have a new chance to do something special. And every single day, it takes your very best to achieve that. And, any good team I've been on, it's not just one or two guys, it's the whole team buying in. It's the first guy and the last guy buying in the same way. And if we can do that, we'll have a chance.
Talk that shit.
What are the biggest comparisons, but also contrasts just in your life and just in your game going into your first training camp in 2019 into this training camp now?
Yeah, the same hunger, I would say. A little more confident, just knowing that I've been able to have success. Coming out of Clemson, I've had success at the college level. Now I had a little success in the NFL and hoping to build on it. But, really, it doesn't change too much for me. I just try to go out there and be a great teammate, great player, great leader, whatever I can do on a daily basis to help my teammates out is what I'm interested in. I'm not really looking toward the end of the season. I'm not looking at, anything other than this day and getting better today. And, hopefully I can do that.
Hunter, how do you take all of those expectations that have been placed upon the team and then kind of apply them to your season?
Ask the same ass questions over and over and over.
Based on what you put out on tape and on the field last year?
Yeah, no, a sign of a great team is, have our own expectations, right? We don't really listen to anybody and what people put on us. We're just trying to go out, from every single guy on the team and get better every day. And, same with any job you have or, certainly playing in the NFL, you just go out there and try to get better every single day. And if you do that, then success will find you. And so just keeping things simple is going to be a big key to success.
The wide receivers are judged by numbers. But when you bring in somebody like Devontae and you start looking at, you, Darren, Devontae, and the others that are on this team, individual numbers may come down, but collectively it'll be working better.
Yeah.
Does that come into play at all?
Absolutely. I mean, we're just trying to be the best group we can be. So it doesn't matter if it's, Keelan or Mac or DeMarcus or Devontae or whoever's out there making plays, Josh. We're just focused on being unselfish. And I know certainly for me, this is more money than I was ever, planning on making. So I'm just happy. Yeah, I don't care if I have 10 yards or 100 yards.
I love that.
I just want to be the most unselfish guy I can and go out there and, have a blast with my teammates. And hopefully,
love that.
For me, in order to be a great teammate, to be very unselfish. And, even when I have a lower statistic game or, and some people might look at a reason for me to be selfish and say, I should have a little more yards, then kind of identify that and just be unselfish in that situation.
How does the addition of Devontae help you specifically on the field?
It starts in practice, just watching him, watching how he works, watching how he sets people up in the meeting room, talking to him, how he maneuvers guys, how he sees the game. And then obviously Darren the same way and, speed on the outside with DeMarcus and Keelan and Mac, just opening the field up, right? When you look at a defense, they have 5 or 6 in coverage a lot of times. And so if they're going to double one or the other, then, just by math wise, then you're going to have a little more single coverage. And so I think Devontae and Darren and DeMarcus and all those guys are incredible players. You're going to have to respect them. You're going to have to put 2 on them at times. And so it could open up some plays for me, Josh, whoever is left. So excited.
There was a big scandal involving one of your draft classmates last week. Foster said we've been saying his name wrong since he was a rookie because he didn't want to correct the coaches.
His last name or his first name?
His last name.
Okay.
Because he didn't want to correct the coaches when he was a rookie.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on this controversy? How do you say his last name?
I mean, I thought it was Moreau, right?
That's because Gruden called him Moreau and he didn't want to correct him.
He thinks it's Morrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he can get over it.
Gruden also fucked up Merrick's last name, too.
He wouldn't make a big deal about that.
Didn't he call Moray?
This was a big part of Kansas City's offense, and they wouldn't have let him go had they know they're going to lose Tyreek. What does he bring to this team that you've noticed?
He's explosive. You know, he can get out on the outside and take the top off the defense. He's smart. He's good body control. You know, running down the red line, he has a good job and good feel for, you know, not adjusting to the ball too soon and covering himself up. And so just very intelligent, very smart, and excited to watch him this training camp. You know, I haven't been around too much, but just watching him from afar, he was always someone we didn't want to play against.
No more Paul again.
Wasted. DeMarcus is going to make the roster.
Hard Knocks. The year, Antonio Brown, the helmet.
I mean, that seems like a different life, you know.
That's what it was, Big Mike. Marrying.
Definitely seems a long time ago. It just goes to show you to, for me personally, to take value in every season, every day, and every teammate.
Talk that shit, SBT.
Goes so often too. So, you know, next thing you know, like I'm in year 4, which is like wild, and you know, my daughter is 17 months, and just watching her grow so much, it really gives me a perspective on how fast life goes if you don't take time to smell the roses.
Hunter, you're one of the clutchest players I've seen since your days at Clemson. On the field, it's fantastic. But off the field, I saw you at the men's altar conference at Thomas and Mack with Derek Carr, accompanying him before he got up and spoke.
Yeah.
What keeps Hunter Renfrow grounded off the field?
Yeah, definitely. You know what Derek preached about, my faith. I think that's first and foremost. Just knowing that no matter what happens on the field, and that's one of the reasons that gives me confidence on the field, is knowing that no matter what happens off of it or on it, that everything's going to be okay. You know, I serve a God who's great and who's going to be there, and that's what I think the true meaning of life I find in Him and the teachings of the Bible. And so, for me, that's my bread and butter, and then my family keeps me grounded. You know, I wouldn't be anywhere without them, and so those are kind of 2 punches right there, 1 and 2.
There you go. Quick follow-up, number 13. A lot of folks in Vegas especially think it's a bad number. Superstitious, you won't see 13 floors. I know Kurt Warner, Dan Marino wore it. What attracted you to the number 13?
I mean, Adam Humphries was number 13 at Clemson before me, and they were kind of giving it to slot receivers.
Forgot about that.
You know, Tyler Grisham, who's a receiver coach there now, wore it. And so I was just happy. I was number 35 my redshirt freshman year at Clemson as a walk-on. So I was just happy to be out of that number.
That would have been hella weird.
Last year, Chris Honda. Can you talk a little bit about, with the new staff, new regime, new thought process, and you guys learned all this stuff? Can you talk about the word accountability, and maybe it takes on a little added meaning with this new staff? Everybody's always got to be accountable, but has it changed a little bit, a little more pressure?
Yeah, I mean, the accountability comes from the team. They can be guided by the coaching staff, by the you know, administration, but the team is where, you know, any great team is going to have great leaders and people that hold them accountable. And so, you know, they're helping us and they're kind of guiding us, but to be a great team, you got to take ownership of it. And so, you know, as one of the leaders, and Derek and Darren and pretty much everyone on our team, we got to hold each other accountable. So what does that look like? That looks like, you know, on the practice field when we need to give a little bit extra in a sprint, or, you know, you're tired and you have one-on-one, you know, just coming up behind somebody and saying, all right, let's go. This is a time to kind of dig deep a little bit. And so on the field, that's where it takes place. And then off the field, it's, you know, doing the right things and hold each other accountable. So
they don't know, bro. King 5'10", they don't know, bro.
Hunter, this is not disparaging of the previous pro staffs, but this staff's a lot
Talk
like
that
that.
Norteño and Sordeño shit, man.
They take that approach. So for you, how comfortable has it been to maybe get back to a little bit more Clemson?
Yeah.
I'm not saying the scheme.
No, it is. It's very similar. Just definitely journey-driven, definitely detail-driven. You know, they want us to do it their way, and you know, because it's proven time and time again. You know, it sometimes when you get a little too creative, you can make mistakes. And so if everyone has a process and everyone believes in the same process, then you're going to have continuity, you're going to have success. And so I've had a lot of fun over the last, you know, 6 months with this staff and just seeing the parallels between them and my time at Clemson with Coach Sweeney, because very detail oriented. That's the one word that I would probably sticks out in my mind the most. Appreciate it.
I loved it, man. I loved it, you guys. Man, I'm excited about this team, man. I'm excited about this team. Real quick before we get out of here, you guys, give me some feedback of what you guys thought about this presser. What did you guys get out of it? Did you get anything out of it, or was it all kind of just, expected? I mean, let's be honest. There wasn't really a lot of new things that were brought to the table. You know what I mean, in terms of content with this. But I mean, what are some surprises? I know that he spoke highly of DeMarcus Robinson. You know what I mean? He spoke on Keelan Cole. He even said Mac Holland's name. So, maybe these guys, you know what I mean? Maybe he knows something that we don't know. I'm excited about all these guys. You know what I mean? Shout out to LV. Excited for the season to get here. Facts, Hammer. Shout out to LV. Determined and professional. Facts, my brother. Shout out to Kingtown. Our squad is full of dudes who have good heads on their shoulders. Very mature group. Yes. 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 This could be the year. I'm ready for the season to start. Facts, my brother. It's a brand new vibe and energy with this team. Donald Rice, this is facts. More expectations this year. How will the team handle the pressure? Dan, correct, my brother. This is real. You know what I'm saying? Ready for all these dubs. Philmatic, let's get it, King. Let's get it. This team, salute, just showing up after the presser. Go Raiders. Shout out to Lucky. Super humble, hungry for greatness. This is facts, man. All these guys were all about business, you guys. Denzel Perryman, even, he brings a little humor to the panel, but he also is all business. He said, I don't care about the contract. I want to play football. Hunter Renfrow says, this is the most money I've ever had. I don't really care about that. I want to play football. Maxx Crosby spoke highly of everyone around him. You know what I mean? Like John Simpson, big up Dylan Parham, our rookie guy out of Memphis. This is what you want out of your team. You know what I mean? And I am very, very excited to see the finished product on the field. We do have some things that we need to figure out, you guys. We all know. I did a video on it yesterday. I spoke a little bit about it on this live. We got to figure out with this PUP list. How serious is Mullins' injury? Bilal Nichols, Jonathan Hankins, how severe are these injuries? And if they are somewhat serious to the point where they're not ready for week one, we need to be all hands on deck against the Chargers. Point blank, period, the end. You know what I mean? We have to. So if we have to go get a Sue, or we have to go get a Kevin King, or someone to bring in, you know what I mean, at corner, at defensive tackle, we need to do that soon. We need to do that soon. But these guys are reassuring us at this point that we're ready to go, that we are ready to go. This coaching staff, the front office, we have done everything right this offseason. Everything right. Everything. We paid everybody that deserved it. We got everybody's contracts out the way. You know what I mean? We did everything we were supposed to do. I just feel like, y'all, this is the first time in many years that everything is just aligning finally perfectly for us to really make an honest run at a Super Bowl, man. And bro, I'm here for it. I am excited, man. This is the most excited I've been in a long time for some Raiders football. And man, this is it. This is it. We are finally positioned and finally in that Super Bowl window. And I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Freddie, we're going to get that done. But the good thing is Waller is still under contract. You know what I'm saying? He's still under contract. And he's not complaining. Oh, well, I see right now Darren Waller seeking new deal. Raiders and star tight end have had conversations about a new contract. LB Denzel Perryman also wants deal. Rappaport, I just got that. It's funny we're talking about deals right now. It literally just popped up on my screen from Bleacher Report. So Ian Rappaport has said that, Waller is seeking a new deal, which he should. But he's still under contract. Waller's not the guy that's going to complain about a contract. Let's be real, you guys. First and foremost, Darren Waller saved his own life. But the Raiders did play a pivotal role in bringing him back, you know what I mean, in helping mold this young kid to where he is now. Or young man. I don't want to call him a kid because he's 29 years old. You know what I mean? But 29, 30 years old. But Waller will get his contract. Perriman, on the other hand, I do not know, you guys. I want to see what we have with him in this new scheme under Patrick Graham first. I'm not in a rush to extend Denzel Perryman. I'm sorry. Me personally, I've been on record saying it multiple times. I'd rather go out next season and get a young linebacker to come in and take Perriman's spot, because he has not been proven to be durable in his career. You know what I mean? But if he can ball out this year, he definitely deserves another year, a year or two contract. But right now, I'm going to pump my brakes on the whole Denzel Perryman thing. But he did say all he wants to do is play football. He'll let his agent handle all that other shit. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And literally, bro, we were just talking about it. And it popped up that Ian Rappaport says that Waller and Perriman contract discussions are out there. You know what's so crazy, Matt? Raiders gave Waller his start and helped him on his sobriety, definitely. And you know what's real? You know what's crazy? This is why I love this team that we have. Seeing Waller's contract, you know, that's going to get taken care of, you guys. We're going to pay one of the top tight ends. We're not going to let him walk. But watching Maxx, he got the sobriety. He got the, you know, the AA tattoo. Real talk, I haven't drank for 2 months. And seeing him today, I really, really, really want to play my part. And I think today I'm going to go to an AA meeting. It's been a while since I went to one. For those who don't know, I quit drinking for 2 years, about 4 or 5 years back. And I was going to AA meetings every day because I felt like, you know, just being around that environment, being around that energy kept me, where I needed to be. You know what I mean? Kept me focused. And I think today, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go pick up my sons from school and I'm going to go hit one, man. Just as a reminder to myself to, stay away from the alcohol, man, because it really, I got nothing out of it. I get nothing out of it, to be real. You know what I mean? All I need is my little CBD and I'm good. CBD helps my back. The doctor said I need a bacchiotomy. You know what I mean? But yeah, Nation, I love you guys, man. Over an hour and a half in. Big Daddy, I put them in summer school. They just started this week. You know what I mean? So they're in summer school for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? They love it. And I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Nation, man. Appreciate you guys. We were over almost 300 the whole fucking live. You know what I mean? This was a great live. Thank you guys for being here, rocking with me, man. You know, as always. And hey, man, I may reach out to my brother. I might reach out to my brother Wasted. I might reach out to somebody and see if maybe we can come back on tonight and really talk about some more Raiders football. What do y'all think about that, man? I know I want to come back. You know what I mean? Now that I got my Wi-Fi, the AT&T came today and fixed. I got the highest shit going. I'm excited to get back and talk some Raiders football. You know what I mean? So you may see me a little later, man. But once again, shout out to the Nation, man. Wipe them feet on the way out. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all, man. I'm outro, man. One.